Hello, 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 and welcome to. I don't know what I'm gonna be calling this yet. I was planning on like each week maybe doing like a quick. I don't know, kind of like a review, maybe first impressions type thing with video behind it of me playing the game and talking about it. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I thought I might as well start with like the first game of the year that's caught my attention. You know, it's just kind of like been a fun time so far. I've played probably about, I would say probably about 6 or 7 hours because I've divvied it up. Sometimes I'll be playing on the Xbox Game Pass co-op, and sometimes I'll be playing on my own on Steam. And right now I'm just trying not to go past my co-op playthrough because, you know, I'm playing with someone else, so I don't want to tread over new things, you know. But I thought I might as well, do like maybe a little deep dive on it, talk about it, um, let you guys know my thoughts on it, and maybe we'll make this into a series. Like I said, I don't know what I'm calling this yet. Maybe we'll get some audience recommendations. For right now, we'll just call it like I don't know. What? Yemmy Plays. Oh, welcome to Yemmy Plays with a Z at the end. So right off the bat, I'm gonna turn up the volume. Yeah, that's better. There we go. So right off the bat, you'll notice you do have the option to do online co-op from the get-go. I know I've already played a good amount of the game, but you do have co-op from the get-go on this game, and it works pretty well. I mean, if I do this, you can kind of see here. There's the latency mode. You can adjust your latency mode, which is actually pretty fantastic in my opinion. Now, like I said, I've only played on the Xbox Game Pass version co-op. So I don't know how the Steam servers are, but I would imagine they're competent. I mean, it's only two people trying to connect to each other. I'm sure that that's not too terrible. And I will be playing with a controller. The game actually does recommend you play it with a controller. That's why I got my controller activated on the screen here. So the game, like I said, it does, you know, recommend you use a controller. And I mean, look, I like using the mouse and keyboard for certain games on PC, but for the most part, I am a controller boy. So, you know, I'll probably be using the controller. So I'm probably gonna backtrack a little bit because this is actually pretty far into the game now. Right off the bat, you'll notice I am a pretty muscular character here. The nice thing about the game is it does give you a slew of options eventually for what you're going to be doing. So I'm going to start off right off the bat. You start off as this character, Nobody. And pretty quickly you earn the Rat character, which is the first character that you use in the game. We're just going to fast travel here to a area that we've already been through. Yeah, let's go to the opening area just so I can mess around a little bit. So, yeah, at the start of the game, you won't be able to pull up your wheel here. That's unlocked a little bit later. So you have to press the select button to choose a character. So let's say you get the rat up to, I think you have to rank the rat up to level C or grade C. I don't know how you want me to say that. That will unlock both the guard and the ranger, and both these characters are pretty different in how they play. The ranger, of course, has bow and arrow skills. The guard is melee focused. And as you level each character up, you kind of do it with a challenge system. So I've already completed all the challenges that I have right now for the rat. So let me switch over to the guard here because he has much more that I need to do with him. So you have these little challenges for each of his moves. As you progress through the game, you'll be able to kind of mix and match your moves here. So when you first unlock this character, all you have is this bravado passive ability, which allows you to attack with extra sharp damage when below 30% max health. And then also he has the only active ability is the sword slash, which is a melee focused sharp edge attack. As you level him up, you get the stomp ability, and then also, I forget what his other, I don't think I've leveled him up enough to get his other ability yet. But once you get farther enough in the game, you can start to mix and match all your different characters' abilities until you get a character like I have on my rat, who has like a little bit of everything on him, right? And I was doing this for like a challenge on him, but I guess a better representation would probably be... No, I don't even know at this point. I've been using so many different characters. Yeah, the horse is a pretty good representation. You know, I got the poison, or maybe it's called night damage. Well, anyway, this is a good time to talk about the different types of damages in the game. So this being a dungeon crawler, you know, you're gonna have some enemies who have buffs on them that can only be broken by various different ability types. So, you know, the horse has the impact, which means it's blunt damage. His second ability is also a impact or blunt damage. And then I added on here sharp damage with the Arrow Fury. And then also I have dark damage, we'll call it. The yellow is magic. And we also have some other various abilities here too. So far, the only characters that's been pretty much useless is the egg. It seems to be only to get to, you know, you have to get all like the different nests, and apparently that'll get you to the end there. But yeah, as you rank up characters, you can kind of see up here, you know, I have to rank up the horse to rank A before I can get to the monk. But then again, I also have to rank up the guard to rank B in order to get the magician unlocked, and then only when I have both the horse and the magician ranked up enough, then I will unlock the monk. That I figured that out pretty recently, because I leveled up one of my characters enough to unlock, like, I think it was the turtle, but I couldn't unlock the monk. I don't remember which one it was. It might have been on my other game at this point that now I'm thinking of it. But you can see here, both the slug and the bodybuilder need to be rank A before I can get the rogue. So, yeah, I like that system, and then all three of them need to be ranked up. It looks like they're at least rank C in order for me to get the necromancer on this side and the robot on this side. And then the ultimate form seems to be the dragon. I haven't gotten there yet, though. So as I was saying, each character kind of has challenges to them. Let me switch over to a character that actually has some challenges unlocked for them. I've been really liking the ghost, so maybe I should pick the bodybuilder. Yeah, so you can kind of see he has some regular, like his regular attack move is like this big, I don't know what you would call it, dumbbell that knocks enemies back. But he also has another one called bench press, which his power goes up every time you use it. So here we have some different challenges here. You'll need to mix and match character stats in order to, like, the guard stomp. The guard is this character, and he unlocks the stomp ability that I was talking about before. So we need to use the stomp ability with the bodybuilder in order to level that up. And you can kind of see on the side there, bottom right, there's two different XP bars. The one at the top is specifically for the character, so when you rank that up, he'll either unlock something new or get another slot for abilities. The one at the bottom is your overall general level, which will increase all your base stats. And then the wands are kind of like your stars in Mario or something like that. The more you get, the more doors you can, like dungeons you can open. And then you also have upgrade coins that you collect too, and you can actually use those to upgrade the different abilities that you have here. And I've been upgrading the ones that I've been using the most. But of course, there's still a lot that I do need to unlock. Like, I think I'm going to get this one, obviously. That one looks pretty good. And the ghost. Get that ability for the ghost. I feel like that's a pretty good one. So now that we have our muscle man out here, we can kind of start playing the game a little bit. I know it took a pretty long time just to explain the basics of it. Like I said, it is a dungeon crawler. It's made by the same people as Guacamelee, so you may recognize the style, the art style. And the music is also pretty good in the game too. So you can't go into that dungeon again, but I think I'm going to go over to the one that's on the right here just to kind of show you guys how it all kind of works. Obviously, you want to pick up money when you see it. There's a salesman who sells you things. Duh. But also breaking things will also give you health sometimes. Sometimes you'll find upgrade coins in them as well. But here's the seller. You know, pretty handsome young, handsome young man. But he, as you progress through the game, he'll keep getting more and more stuff in here. He'll sell you wands, but he'll also sell you stat increases as well, along with upgrade coins. And he'll also have one that will reveal other dungeons on the map. And then as you see here, he also has some passive abilities you can get from him as well. And of course, I've been leveling up a lot of just the different attack stuff recently. So let's go into the horse dungeon. Now, hopefully enemies are going to respawn in here. Every time you go into a dungeon, they're supposed to change. And already I can tell that this is different. So what I'm going for, just to remind myself, is the stomp ability. But then I also have one for sharp attacks. So if we get low enough in health, we'll be able to do sharp damage. I think so far Bravado is like the only one that's the only passive skill that I just don't fully understand or comprehend, I guess. So here we're gonna level up our strength twice there. The nice thing is it also does damage. I mean, look how much damage I'm outputting. That was a critical hit. That was, what'd that say, like 3,000 damage or some shit? 8,000? Maybe it was 800. Just like any dungeon crawler, there's chests with shit in them. So, you have mana and you have health at the top left, along with your character icon. Mana is recharged by using your active ability, which is your A button. It's going to be your A button on every single character. Every other attack uses mana. So whether it be my strength thing or my stomp attack that I have on this character, that'll use mana. When I attack with the regular attack, that will give me back mana. And also you can get back with by attacking just regular objects too. And of course your moves do have a cooldown timer as per usual. So there we go. We already did the stomp one, and then we also completed a secondary objective that I have active. In the shopkeeper will sell you these challenges that are infinite, so they keep going over and over and over again. That'll help you level up your character a little bit more. And then here we go. We can redeem our sweaty stomp challenge. So that increased our stats because we leveled up our regular XP. Usually after you do or level up the character, he'll get more challenges. Right now, yeah, looks like we're getting to the end of this right here. But let's go ahead and get the dodge in there so I can start doing sharp damage. Now, I am vastly overpowered for this area. Although this is the easier area in the game anyway, so it's not like too difficult. They did scale the enemies a little bit. When you first go through this area, they're not level 13 or anything like that, so they did scale them a little bit, but it's not a lot. I mean, if you want to grind in these lower areas, you can certainly do that, because the game isn't like, it's not XP based in the way that a normal, like any other game would be, where the higher the level enemies, the more XP you get. No, it's all based on that challenge system. So once you get enough challenges done, you'll upgrade your character. And with this next challenge that we just completed, I'll be able to level up my character to rank B. So there we go. We got him to rank B. And that gave us the flex. Create a flurry of fists. And there we go, we got a new challenge unlocked. Now, at rank B, things do kind of slow down a little bit with your FP gain, which is your character's progression. So I might not even stick with this character for right now, because I do think that I'm missing one more set of things, because the rat, I have nothing else for the rat. So let's work on upgrading. Let's upgrade the mermaid. Now, this is one of the more creepier characters in the game. The nice thing though is you can tell how my attack only faces one direction. So if I shoot like this, well, I'm screwed, right? Well, if you hold down your right trigger, RT, it'll actually keep you stuck in that direction. So I could move the joystick every other way that I want to, but it will keep me locked into this direction even when shooting off my attack. And this actually helps a lot with characters like the mermaid, who, you know, have the, you know, they're, I mean, every character in the game is multi-directional. I mean, that's not a weird thing to say. But it does help with the characters like the archer and the slug and other characters like that who have projectiles, for keeping them in the right direction. Because when you're using a melee character, I mean, you know, it's not that difficult to keep on track with a melee character. They can swing it whatever way they want. Some story missions are locked to specific characters too, so, you know, there was one I did earlier with the rat. You have to survive like one punch, because this guy's like a rat killer or whatever. And, you know, you survive that punch and he becomes like a little bitch, calling you the rat master. As you see on the side there, if you press, if you press LB, it shows you your current challenges there. So, you know, hitting baddies with the water burst and swimming around in water. So there's a select few characters who can swim in water, including the mermaid and the turtle. You'll use them for different parts of the game. Of course, there's no water right here, right now, so, you know, I can't show that. But we'll get to a place. Yeah, so far the game runs great on both Steam and on the Xbox Game Pass, and I've been using the Xbox Game Pass on PC. So I guess I haven't really varied it too much. I'm sure it would work fine on my Series S. I don't think that's an issue. But I don't plan on buying the game another time. I already have 2 copies of it. It was an accident. So at the end of every dungeon, there's obviously a part where there's either like a big bad enemy or a group of enemies to fight. Looks like it's doing this all again, so that's good for what I'm showing here. I can show all this again. I think I'm going to switch out characters. So like I said before, the wheel doesn't show up until later in the game. So you can't you know, switch your characters around like I am from the beginning. Whoops. So because I have a passive ability that's from the rat, it's causing poison damage to build up on the enemies. And then I also have a poison detonation ability on my Y button, where every enemy that I poison, it stacks and I can blow them up with a single press of the button. Like that. Actually, I think it's Y. It's Y that I have that on. We'll do it on the cat here. There we go. Press Y, blow them up. And then you'll get your big loot at the end here. And at the end of every dungeon, is very nice of them. They have a quick travel back to the beginning, and then you can just exit out. And you can go back into that dungeon and it will reconfigure itself. So don't think that, you know, once you go through the dungeon, that's it. You know, it does change the way that it looks. So let's switch over to a faster character so we can get to some water. So the interesting thing is, like, each character kind of has their own quirk. So, like, the horse can only hit backwards with his hind legs, right? No matter where you're standing, he'll only hit backwards. And that's just a part of his, like, basic ability there. So I think what I'm going to do, because the first area, there's a good amount of water that I didn't get to explore. Obviously, these things with floppy disks on them are the save points. So throughout the game, you'll also find these fairies that give you mana boosts. So you want to look out for those. But they hide them every so often. So here we are at the water. So let's switch over to the mermaid. We'll get her challenge done for swimming in water. We also may find a secret somewhere around here. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. See, we already got that challenge done. Pretty easy. It didn't level her up, though. This one will. If you press LT, which I've done accidentally a few times... Oh, that's something I didn't know before. Look at that. There's always something behind the waterfall. Don't ever forget that. If you press LT, that'll show you your... Whoops. That'll show you the map. If you press LT again, it just kind of switches through the different things there. That's a good way to pull it up. It does pause the game. Or, yeah, it does pause the game, doesn't it? I think so. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it paused the game. When you're doing co-op, it is a little bit annoying, because when you switch characters at the beginning, you have to press select, and you gotta scroll over and select the character, right? But in, you know, once you get that wheel unlocked, it'll save whatever the last character is you used on the wheel, and it will replace the last one used as you go along. So let's see if we missed anything down here. I mean, this is the opening area, so there's probably not going to be any enemies or anything. I highly doubt that there'll be anything really that interesting. Although you couldn't swim at the beginning of the game, so... Oh, there's a mana fairy right now. That's perfect. The mana fairy there, it's marked on your map after you see one, which is nice. And if we swim over here, I mean, we're pretty much just unlocking the, you know, so viewing the map right now. I don't think there's any achievement for 100% map completion like there is in, like, Fist or Castlevanias. Yeah, like I said, I don't think there's anything down here. So let's, oh, don't forget to collect that money. We're gonna go back up. You know, I guess, I don't, you know, sometimes the enemies won't spawn fast. Like, there we got a critical hit there. That did 1,000 damage. That was pretty good. Sometimes enemies don't respawn fast. Sometimes they do. I guess those ones decide to spawn faster. Of course, there's a lot of people to talk to, and just like Guacamole fashion, there's some funny dialogue in there. We got 1,000 coins. We can do one of these. And we might as well increase our magic attack, because that's what we're using that right now. So let's go. We're going to go ahead and travel up here. This is an area that you can find early on, but you're not leveled up enough to get through the area. You can tell I did search around here a little bit. But here's our level 20 enemies that, at the beginning of the game, immediately killed me, you know. Looks like we got just a generic kill the bad guys challenge done. Exclamation points, obviously. The yellow ones are side missions, the red ones are main missions. Ah, just like Jackass. Let's go ahead and redeem that. I think I mean, the mermaid is obviously the most creepy of the bodies you can inhabit. So there's different groups of people in the game. There's the knights, there's the thieves guild, there's a wizards guild that I haven't met in this version of the game, but I did meet in my co-op session. So it looks like we might need to be the ghost. And we're just gonna phase through with our X button. This is our X button move. So it's a good thing we got that unlocked. So the cool thing about the ghost that I've been using is, instead of having like a physical attack, you press A and it gets this aura to come out. And you use that to damage enemies. And as you go through, it also breaks boxes, of course. We're gonna go ahead and... Oh. Can't take any damage, so... We're gonna wait for that to go past. The only thing we might have messed up is... I might have... Well, no, we're good, we're good. So, breaking boxes, I think I said this before, gives you mana back as well. If we die, that will... Yeah, that'll give us all our mana back too, so... We might as well keep that. Some moves you hold down the button to use, other ones you... you know, press them once and they go. I'm pretty sure the saw blade's coming back here. Yeah. It does seem like we are out of mana now. Not sure what to do. Well, that's the thing, you know. Probably held it down for too long at one of these junctures. Oh. I'm wondering if there's another move that we can use to get through stuff. Oh, I believe the dodge is a move we can use. Yes. Oops. Okay. This is the real time now. This is the real thing. There we go. So we'll use the dash for the long... Oh. We'll use the dash for the long ones, and we'll use the invisibility for the short ones. Trying my best here, folks. Okay, we're doing... Uh-oh, Uh-oh. There we go. Oh! Ah, they got me there. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was a safe haven. They got me good. I don't know if you've noticed, but the music is also pretty banging in the game. Okay. There we go. Not too shabby. So yeah, we completed a guild quest, which will give us XP. We can rank up our character on the next one. I think I was using the mermaid before, right? Yeah, because we need to get this leveled up. It looks like I can't go any farther in this area. Looks like we have to advance the main story to get farther in this area. The main quest is to get shards and help the Grand Master Wizard. So we unlocked a new ability, Tail Swipe. It's probably gonna that one's probably blunt damage. So now we have 3 new ones here. We have the Water Burst 2, we have Recover Mana with the Mermaid's Resolve by taking damage, Flop around on land with the Tail Swipe 15 times. So yeah, that's blunt damage there, so let's put on the dodge one there. And then also I like using the quick charge. Let's see, let's also get... Let's do that one. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end this, I guess, video here. I just wanted to show it off a little bit, let you guys see what it's all about. I do talk about it on the latest episode of Ferret 64 if you want to check that out. It just came out on the 23rd of January. I'm gonna leave this area and go back to where I was. Oh, it's right around here somewhere. So that's the main objective there. This is obviously this is a major dungeon, which costs 40 stars to get into. So that's why you earn your stars, so you can get into those big dungeons. The little ones are all free. You can go into them willy-nilly. Oops. And I know what you guys have been pleading. I know what you guys have been pleading for. You guys have been begging for some egg gameplay. I know it. You know it. Let me get some things put on here. Yes, the egg gameplay. So as you go through with the egg, you find these nests, and you have the bird sit on you. The egg just has like a basic roll attack. It really doesn't do that much damage, all things considered. If I can find some enemies around here, I will show you how weak the egg is. Like I said, it's pretty much just used as like it's more of like, you know, a collectible thing. You collect all the different nests. You can also, like I said, you can put other abilities on the egg to make it a little bit better. And it also has this healing one, which is actually pretty good too. I think there's some enemies this way. So here we go. Let me just show you how weak this thing is. At 27 damage right there. And if we use this attack, it definitely kills them faster, but it's still not that great. I am so glad that there is... I've actually killed 3 enemies now with the egg. I'm so glad that there's not like a regular challenge for them. So yeah, I hope you guys found this at least a little bit informative. If you're on the fence about getting the game or trying it out, you know, hopefully this allows you to kind of see what it's all about. If it looks like something that you would enjoy, you know, I was just checking it out. Like I said before, it's on Xbox Game Pass, so it's not like it's going to cost you too much money to at least try it out on there. And I believe the game was on sale for $15 base price. 20 on Steam. And I'm sure it's probably about the same on other platforms. But personally, I've been really enjoying it. You know, I've been having a great time with it so far. Playing it co-op is a little bit... there is some frustrating moments where, like, you're trying to read some dialogue and maybe the other person reads it faster and they accidentally skip forward before you're done. Other than that, though, you know, it's been a really good time, and I've really been enjoying myself. So, yeah, it gets a thumbs up for me. And like I said, it's like the first game this year that I've played that... I mean, I guess I really haven't played too many games this year yet, but it's the first game so far that's kind of grabbed my attention, and I definitely want to play more of it. So, if you want to check it out, Nobody Saves the World. It's available on Steam, Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation, and I believe it's on the Switch. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Maybe if there's another one. I'll see you.